Welcome to another episode of How to Sell Your Coaching with your host, the Coach's Coach, Wayne Sutton. We invite you to listen, enjoy, and implement these proven methods in your business today.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of How to Sell Your Coaching. This is Wayne Sutton. Today we're going to talk about phone enrollment or Zoom enrollment. You could do it face-to-face. Secrets. So Zoom, phone, or face-to-face. Most of this I've done over phone or Zoom. So we're going to talk about that. How to enroll people into your program. Now, a lot of people say, Wayne, give me the secrets. I want the secrets to close the sale. But if you want to close the sale, it begins at the beginning of the conversation. There's a couple of things that we teach inside the Wealthy Coach program. We actually give the complete framework of how to set up the phone call, what you do before the phone call, how to build rapport, how to go inside and bring clarity and all of that. So I can't cover all of that on a podcast, but I am going to give you some great points today. And we're going to go not before the call, but when you're on the call. There's one technique I teach that really helps build rapport, and it works very well. We're not going to cover that today. But rapport is so important to get people into the zone, get them in flow with you, and to break down any initial resistance. Then we go into our framework. Now, the framework that I like to use is really simple, very effective, and it kind of sets the stage. So we've gone through our rapport building, which we'll discuss later. Then we jump into the phone call, the part of the phone call where I'm telling them what to expect. And so I do it a couple different ways. Okay, on today's call, this is what my objective is. This is how today's call is going to look. Whatever it is, a simple statement. This is our objective for this phone call. This is how today's phone call is going to take place. This is my outcome for today's phone call with you, Mr. Prospect. Anything that kind of sets the stage that you're in control. It's just a slot going from peer to peer. To a slot dominant, and what you're going to do is jump in and you're going to let them know how it works. Hey, there's a framework I like to use for conversations like this, just to make sure that you are absolutely clear and you can see all the obvious benefits, to make sure you have absolute clarity. Something along those lines. I just let them know there's a framework I like to use so that you get absolute clarity. I know you're going, Wayne, give me word for word what you say. That's inside the Wealthy Coach program to jump on board. But we'll give you some pointers here. So I let them know up front that we're going to get really clear on what they're looking for. So we'll let them know that we want to make sure they have a clear plan. I want to get super clear about where you're trying to get to, what results you're looking for, what maybe situations or problems have made you reach out. What was it that caught their attention, made them curious? What was it that made them reach out? Then I get there, is that okay with you? As soon as we get a yes on that, then I continue. Next, we're going to talk about where you're at in your business, or where you're at in your life, or where you're at in your business. You know, you're managing your business, whatever. It depends on what kind of coach you are, where you're at. And then I go in and make sure that we're going to look at exactly where you're at. We're going to get a clear map of where you're at. And a lot of times I'll use the terminology of a doctor. I'll say, listen, I'm going to kind of get in a kind of like. I love that metaphor or that opening phrase there. I'm kind of like a doctor in this area. So what I'm going to do is take an x-ray, like a snapshot of your business, so we can see if there's anywhere that we can truly assist. So we're going to take a snapshot of your business, like an x-ray, kind of like a doctor would, and then we're going to look inside that and look at the areas that we can help improve. Then third, I'll let them know. And finally, I'm going to share with you how our program will work for you, if it will, and if we're a fit for each other. Does that sound fair? Does that sound fair? That's very important. Does that sound fair? Are you okay with that? Any of your questions there that kind of tie down. Are you okay with that? Does that sound fair? Are you with me? Yes. We want yeses on these. In fact, you really, in each area, we're going first, you want a yes or a tie down on each area if you can. So in the beginning, this is what we're going to do. And so you start that conversation along those lines. We'll make sure we have absolute clarity. Is that okay? Are you with me? Yes. Number 2, I'm kind of like a doctor. We're going to take an x-ray. Are you with me? Yes. Great. And then finally, we're going to make sure that, it's really clear. You have clarity of what we can do for you, how it would look. You're going to have a clear picture. So one of the things I say a lot to them is somewhere between now and the end of this phone call, you're going to have a very clear picture in your mind of how it would look for us to work together. Are you with me? What you want is a definite, affirmative yes there. So I want you to hear the linguistics of that again. Sometime between now and the time we finish with this phone call, what you've done is set a time parameter in their unconscious mind that sometime between now and the end of this phone call, you're going to discover a clear picture. You're going to get a clear picture of whatever. You're going to get a clear picture of what it would look like to work with me or work with our company, work with our coaching organization. Are you with me? And what you want to do there, because they want a clear picture, what you want to do is give them the instruction and permission that sometime between now and the end of the call that they're going to go, yes, I want to work with you. Because they can see it. When someone sees it in their mind, not yours, when they see it in their mind, they can see working with you, then it's just a matter of working out details. Okay? And because every single time I said, is that fair? Are you with me? I set the guidelines of I'm going to cover how it looks. Then I tell them how it's going to look, and all the way through I'm getting a yes, yes, a yes. I'm getting those positive agreements that yes, we're going to work together. What I've done there is really given them the opportunity to have control, or at least a sense of control. And they're going, yeah, I'll get that. Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll take a picture. We'll take a snapshot. You're going to do an x-ray. Okay, I get that. Okay, yeah, I'll get a clear picture. That sounds fair. And then I go into why our program. I ask them some more specific questions. Again, go back. Let's do a recap really quick. Again, once inside the coaching program, inside the Wealthy Coach program, I take all of this apart and show you step by step, exactly what to do. So we're going to build rapport. We're going to get on a phone call. We're going to build rapport. Then we let them know. Here's how our phone call is going to go today. Here's our objective. Here's my objective for today's phone call. Here's my plan for today's phone call. And then you let them know. Number 1, I want to get super clear about what you're looking for, about your goals and your dreams. Is that okay? Great. Second thing I was going to talk about where you're at now. So my role here is kind of like a doctor. I'm going to take a snapshot, kind of like an x-ray of your business or x-ray of your life, whatever. And that way we can pinpoint areas that we need to work on and areas that need help and areas of strength that we can magnify. That sound fair? Great. And finally, this conversation is going to help you discover what it would look like. In fact, somewhere between now and the end of the phone call, you're going to discover a clear picture. You'll be able to see clearly what it looks like to work with us in making your dreams and your goals a reality. Does that sound fair? Once you've done that, you've set the framework, you've got the yeses, and now you can move into the specifics of the program. We'll get into that. And that's discovering their pain points, discovering their dreams, their goals, their aspirations, and bringing clarity. So, guys, it's all about the way you frame everything. You work with people. You work as a doctor. You work as a therapist. You work as a psychologist. You're a coach. Remember that. But you work in the framework that they are comfortable with. Does that make sense? And you work with a framework where you are the authority. And that's going to be very, very important. Who do they see as an authority in their life? And how do you work in that framework unconsciously so they go, yes, this is what I want to do. And when you give the prescription, they go, yes, doctor, I will do that. Come on, guys, this is fun. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to jump on a call with me. I'll take you through the 3 steps, but really, and more importantly, we're going to look at your business. Let's look at your coaching business. Where you're at, where you want to be. and let's see if we can place a plan together to help you. If we can, great. If not, that's okay. So our new Wealthy Coach 2.0 program is coming out literally the first day of September. We may open up a few slots before then. So if you're curious about jumping on board, getting yourself the 15, 20, 30,000 a month consistently, then jump on a call with me. Callwithwayne.com. That's callwithwayne.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. Make it a great day, guys. Go out and change lives and get paid for doing it.
Thanks again for listening, and be sure to pick up your free resources to help build your coaching or consulting practice at howtosellyourcoaching.com.